Pox heard Nurse coming before she arrived. "Incubating time's up, chickenpox 12087-2, she yelled. "Time you learned how to be a proper germ." "My friends call me Pox," Pox said, smiling. "I'm not your friend," snarled Nurse. "Now pack your bags." Later that morning, the bubonic bus arrived to take Pox and the other cadets to the Germ Academy, where minor infections are turned into real germs. Once Pox had passed his physical to prove that he was unhealthy, he was shown to the dorm where he met his new roommates. Pus is mumps, Scab is tonsillitis, Pox is chickenpox, Rash is measles, and Snot, he's the common cold. After lights out, the other germs gathered around Pox to tell stories. Each boasted of a terrible outbreak which a relative had started. "But didn't it make the children miserable?" asked Pox. "That's the point, you numpity," sneered Scab. But Pox didn't get it. For the next week, Pox came bottom of the class in everything. Is the point of attacks, know your host, medicine, self-defense, and flight school. "Attention, chickenpox 12087-2. Name, Myrtle. Type, little girl. Mission, Spall birthday." All too soon, Pox was assigned his first mission. "But she looks so sweet," said Pox. "Make her sick," growled Pus. That night, Pox was airdropped outside of Myrtle's house and managed to remember enough of his flight training to glide successfully up her left nostril. Pox slumped against a vein and sulked. "This job stinks," he thought. "What right have I to—" But then he heard a noise getting louder and louder and headed right for him. Inside Myrtle, Pox was surrounded. It was Myrtle's immune system, and they didn't look friendly. "There he is!" shouted one. "You picked the wrong kid to infect," yelled another. Meanwhile, back at Germ Central, alarms began to ring. "The target isn't showing signs of infection," barked Commander Flem. "Chickenpox 12087-2 has loused up his mission." "Let us go in, sir," sneered Pox's roommates. "We'll give her a birthday she'll never forget, sir." "My brave boys," hacked the commander. Pox was in trouble. The immune system was trained to pulverize little germs like him. "Wait," he shouted, "I'm on your side." "Oh, yeah? And I'm a fungal infection," mocked a voice at the back. "Why should we trust you, germ boy?" scowled another. "Because 4 big ugly germs will be coming soon," said Pox. "And without my help, Myrtle could be sick in bed for weeks." The army paused. "Okay," they said. "What do we do?" "Well, Operation Sneeze." Pox drew up a plan. With seconds to spare, Pox gave the command and startled Myrtle let rip the biggest sneeze of her life. "Achoo!" Dazed and confused, the germs woke up a minute later. Rash looked around. "Look," he said. "We made it. We're in." They all cheered. "Let's go infect the little girl," cried Pus. They all cheered again. "What's that noise coming down the tunnel?" asked Scab. "I don't think we're in Myrtle," gulped Snot. "3 cheers for Pox!" cried the immune system. Pox was hoisted up on shoulders and taken on a triumphant tour of Myrtle. Crowds of cells cheered, "The germ who saved them all." "We've never met a heroic germ before," they said. "Neither have I," said Pox. "What can we ever do to repay you?" "Well," said Pox, "I do need a place to stay." Thanks to his germ knowledge, Pox was made honorary chief of the immune system. As for Myrtle, haven't you heard? Well, she became Mighty Myrtle, medical marvel, the girl who is never sick. But that's another story. Thank you all for letting me read to you, and I want to thank Miss